Shalom, and welcome to Learn Hebrew Now. Today, we're looking at a few everyday English phrases that sound completely different when you translate them into Hebrew. When you translate English idioms directly into Hebrew, you aren't just making small grammatical errors. Sometimes you are saying things that sound completely bizarre and sometimes accidentally hilarious to Israelis. We'll break down a few dead giveaways that you're translating from English and fix them so you can sound like a true local. So, without further ado, בואו נתחיל. Let's begin. Mistake number 1 is mixing what you're feeling and what you are. Imagine it's 40 degrees outside and you want to say, I'm hot. So you translate it literally to אני חם. Stop right there. In Hebrew, אני חם does not mean you need the air conditioner turned on. It means you are referring to yourself as hot or sexy, which can be incredibly awkward. If you want to say that you are hot because of the weather, the heat belongs to the environment, not to your body. You need to say חם לי. חם לי. Literally, it is hot for me. Similarly, if you want to say I'm bored, you would say משעמם לי. Literally, it's boring for me. Or if you want to say that you have some kind of pain, you say כואב לי, which literally means it's painful for me. Mistake number 2 is taking things that don't belong to you. In English, before you go to bed, you take a shower. Naturally, English speakers try to say לקחת מקלחת, which is the literal translation. An Israeli will look at you and wonder, where exactly are you taking the shower to? In Hebrew, you don't take a shower, you do or make a shower. The correct verb is לעשות, which means to do or to make. So next time say לעשות מקלחת. Or you can just say להתקלח, which is the verb for to shower. And guess what? The exact same rule goes for taking pictures. You do not say לוקח תמונה, you should say לעשות תמונה, or use the dedicated verb לצלם. Mistake number 3 is ordering street food in a too formal way. You enter a busy falafel shop. Look at the vendor and say אני רוצה להזמין. In your head, you're simply trying to say I want to order. But להזמין is a bit too formal for this situation. It sounds like you're booking a hotel room or reserving a table. When ordering street food, Israelis keep it simple and direct. Just use the basic words אני רוצה if you're a man or אני רוצה if you are a woman, followed by the food you want to order. So that would be אני רוצה שווארמה בבקשה, or אני רוצה falafel בבקשה. Or you can simply say אפשר, which means is it possible to get? So that would be אפשר שווארמה בבקשה, or אפשר falafel בבקשה. Save להזמין for when you call a nice restaurant to reserve a table. Mistake number 4 is making versus taking a decision. In English, we say that we make a decision. English speakers naturally translate this into לעשות החלטה. But in Hebrew, you don't make decisions, You get or receive them. The correct phrase is לקבל החלטה. If you say לעשות החלטה, an Israeli will understand you, but it sounds like you're physically manufacturing a choice in a factory. So if you want to say, I need to make a decision, as a man, you would say, אני צריך לקבל החלטה. Or as a female, אני צריכה לקבל החלטה. For the future, you say, אני אקבל החלטה. And for the past, קיבלתי החלטה. Speaking of English idioms, let's look at the phrase paying attention. If you translate this word for word, you might try to say לשלם תשומת לב using the verb to pay. However, in Hebrew, we don't use the verb to pay for this concept. Instead, when you want to talk about someone giving someone else attention, or about someone getting attention for someone else, Hebrew uses the verbs for giving or getting. You can say לתת תשומת לב, to give attention, or לקבל תשומת לב, to get attention. For example, to say, the mother gave attention to the child. Say, האמא נתנה תשומת לב לילד. האמא, the mother, נתנה, gave, singular female, תשומת לב, attention, לילד, to the child. Or you can say, the child got a lot of attention from his mother. הילד קיבל הרבה תשומת לב מאמא שלו. הילד, the child, קיבל, got, singular male, הרבה, a lot, תשומת לב, attention, מאמא, from mother, שלו, of his. Another option is when you want to say that someone needs to pay more attention to a certain matter. Then we would use לשים לב, literally to put heart. Because this phrase is so essential for daily life, let's look at how you can easily use it in different situations. If you want to say, I noticed or I paid attention to something, you say, שמתי לב. שמתי לב. If you did not notice or did not pay attention to something, you say, לא שמתי לב. לא שמתי לב. If you want to say, he didn't pay attention, you say, הוא לא שם לב. And if you want to say, she didn't pay attention, you say, היא לא שמה לב. And if you want to tell someone, I will try to pay attention, you simply say, אני אשתדל לשים לב. אני, I, אשתדל, I will try hard, לשים לב, to pay attention. Mastering these variations will instantly make your conversational Hebrew sound incredibly natural. Now we get to mistake number 6, the missing trap. Let's say you haven't seen someone in a long time, and you want to tell them, I missed you. An English speaker might look up the verb to miss, find, לפספס, and say, פספסתי אותך. Be careful here. לפספס means to physically miss a bus, miss a flight, or miss a target. If you tell a person, פספסתי אותך, it sounds like you threw a ball at them and missed, or that you passed them on the street without noticing. The correct emotional phrase you want to use is התגעגעתי אליך when speaking to a male, or התגעגעתי אלייך when speaking to a female. התגעגעתי. התגעגעתי. And that means I've been missing you. Remember, learning Hebrew is all about making progress, not being perfect. By replacing these literal translations with natural expressions, your confidence will grow every single day. Try using one of these natural Hebrew phrases in the comments below. I will go over them and give you feedback. If you found this lesson helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more Hebrew lessons. And if you want to download the worksheet and to support the channel, join my Patreon page. You can find the link in the description below. תודה רבה. Thank you very much. And I'll see you in the next video.